Interracial marriage used to be called an immoral abomination, like gay marriage is considered for some nowadays. These people were denied the right to marry because it was considered not natural and it wasn't considered a traditional family. As a result, on May 17, 2004, Massachusetts became the first U.S. state and the sixth jurisdiction in the world to legalize same-sex marriage after years of debates and fight for human rights. Now we can think how interracial marriage could be available and how it is spread out all over the America as influencing on the other kind of marriage. We can analyze the phenomenon as apply this to theoretical models, tree model and inverted pyramid model. Let's think about the tree model first. This analyzes into fundamental concerns, values, and outward expressions one by one. As you can see, the first layer fundamental concerns are subjected to the least amount of change. In this case, we can put race inside of the blank because it is the very foundation of who we are as a species. And then, at the second layer, values indicate a moral position towards a fundamental concern. It changed very slowly over a long period of time. The fact that North America is blended with many kinds of races such as white, black, and Asian is the reason we can put various on the second layer. The top layer of this tree model changed the fastest. In this case, while there were various races living in America, it was forbidden to get married with another race. However, as American society embraced cultural mixing and melt into a new level, it was accepted to permit the interracial marriage. According to this, we can put interracial marriage on the top of the tree. Until now, we have discussed American culture as a group phenomenon. The thing is, if we just think about the cross-cultural communication, it's easy to overlook the roles of individuals on the universal and fundamental foundation of human culture. Therefore, here's a conceptual model that represents all related levels, the inverted pyramid model. It starts with universal at the bottom, that indicates our similarity in our worldview. In short, culture at this level is universal, which is shared and understood by all. Whenever you fall in love, it's natural to have in mind to live with that person, and marriage is the custom understood in all over the world. The next level is collective level. Here we start to differ from each other with patterns of differences that occur in various degrees. Although we have similar universal concern, cultural diversity affects those concerns at this level. Each community places different degrees of emphasis on this concern, value, and its consequences. In America, because of the various races, we can find different types of collective level referred to the marriage. Those who are from countries where belong to traditional agricultural societies are more likely to regard this as a means of breeding offspring those who succeed to household affairs. On the other hand, there are others who are from the country where give priority to freedom. Both will understand the need of marriage in the universal level, but for the case of interracial homosexual marriage, their collective view will be different. In one family case, for example, they used to think the new family member as kind of a new worker who are going to be helpful to keep the household affairs, such as agriculture, and because of this, it is more difficult to accept different kind of marriage that interrupt keeping the old family tradition. However, for the other family case, it doesn't matter where the lover comes from, what his or her gender is, they don't have to think about the family thing as much as priors do. The last layer is individual. At this level, we should consider that each person is unique and different. Even we are in the same collective system, there can be an American whose family are from typical agricultural societies, but he can interpret, adapt, and choose how to apply those values in his own individual way. Therefore, we cannot judge him that will oppose to interracial or homosexual marriage. In conclusion, we should consider individual level always and everywhere in order to be more sensitive with the people around us. Particularly in the case of America, because there are so many people coming from different cultures and each of them have an individual way of looking the world. It is important to respect each of them in this multicultural nation, and this widespread interracial marriage and acceptance of homosexual marriage can be interpreted as the outcomes of these cultural traits in America. Hi again! How interesting is to see what is hiding behind what happens today, right? I hope you have enjoyed my story as much as I did. Well, time to say goodbye. I'll leave you guys with the rest of my team. Bye-bye!
Created using Powtoon.